I write plays, sing songs, and sometimes perform on the stage. Sometimes badly, sometimes very well. I first met David in 1976, and I was part of a Gay Sweatshop Theatre Company in England, which was the world's first professional gay theatre company. On the very, very last day of the season, he came up to me and said, did I want to go out that night? And I said, well, it took you long enough to ask. And I said, yes, all right, we will. So we went out to see David Bowie's The Man Who Fell to Earth, and then went home to his house, and he'd done this lovely supper, and said to me, would I like to have a bath? And I thought that was really weird, because I'd had a bath before going out to meet him on the date, but he just wanted to have a bottle of gin and get all sexy and cuddly in the bath of hot water. So I moved in 2 weeks later, and was with him for 15 years. He never asked if he could have a quilt. I mean, he did say in his will that he didn't want any memorial. But I thought, no, well, bugger that, I'm going to make him a quilt. So a group of friends, we all got together, and I asked them to make the letters, and a nice international import from New Zealand, England, and the friends in Australia. And with the help of Leonie and Ainsley on the sewing machine, we were able to put it all together. And Leonie made this wonderful tapestry type effect along the top of the quilt, because David loved Southeasiana, which is what he used to call it, like palm trees and French honey. And so Leonie did a nice frieze along the top there and put BJ, even BJ, who is our dog, and on the quilt. The quilts, well, went to Auckland, to the art gallery. I think it was the art gallery. They were on display, and I'd let all the New Zealand friends know that they were going to be on display, and certainly David's parents. So they travelled up from Te Puke in the Bay of Plenty, where they live. They travelled up to Auckland, and there they got to the unfolding and everything, and didn't know a soul there. And so there they were. They went through the whole unfolding and heard David's name called out and everything, and then stood there, and they thought, suddenly got quite sad because they couldn't find his quilt. And then George, David's father, suddenly turned round, and they'd been leaning against it the whole time. They didn't know they'd been leaning against it. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed, because they'd made all that trip up there. Of all places to stand when they got into the art gallery was against David's quilt, and they didn't even know. And then to panic because they couldn't find it, and then suddenly to turn around and there it was. I wrote a song for David just after he died called Fly Away, and whilst that was written for David, I now see that song as a song for everyone that's died, and I'd like everyone who die now to fly away and to sparkle. So I'd like to sing that this year, and to be involved in the quilt this year. I'll be much stronger with that, and also my father's coming to visit me, and he's never seen the quilt, so it'd be lovely to let him see that. Amen.